Sorry. Sorry, I stopped it and I started it. So hopefully that just keeps going. Okay. When you're on this share screen, you can't tell if you are or not. So believe booking Blitz. So I'm going to ask you guys, so what do you think when you get to thinking about how strong your belief is and what we have to offer and when you're reaching out for bookings? So I know that sometimes that can be like, ugh, especially like at this time of the year, we get like, ugh, people like people even really want to think about that right now. But I want to challenge you to take a real honest look at your mindset, your belief level when it comes to booking. Because do you ever feel like you're asking people to do you a favor when you're hosting? You're asking them to host and do you a favor. That's kind of like how we start to feel sometimes. Or do you deeply and truly know that what you're doing, that you're doing them a favor? You're offering them the gift of our amazing rewards. You're inviting them to have a cool, fun experience with their friends and family, and you're sharing delicious recipes and kitchen solutions that are going to make their meals more fun and more enjoyable. So your mindset and your belief in what you have to offer when you sit down to do your booking reach outs is very key, okay? And so when you do sit down here and you do those reach outs, remind yourself of what you're offering, what you're inviting your potential host to experience, what you're sharing, not only with your potential host, but even with all the guests that you're going to invite to that party. So have that mindset. Okay. Okay. Becky's coming on. So I'm going to jump to the next slide here. So you're not asking here. Can you guys see that okay? Because otherwise I'll collapse you or I'll move you to the top of the screen. There we go. Can you see okay now? Oops, let's go back. So, oh my gosh, hold on. I hate that when this does this. Ah, now I can't see where I'm at. Hold on. It's like you'd think I'd know how to use this dang thing after doing it for a million years, but now I'm trying to get back to my Chrome thing. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you're not asking, you're offering solutions. Okay. So are you asking for a favor or are you sharing a fun, valuable experience? That's the mindset that we need to be thinking. So you have to believe in what you offer. So you're offering free and discounted products. You're giving them new recipes and ideas, and you're giving them a time to connect with their friends. And the one thing, there's one thing when you're doing in-home parties and you get that connection with your friends to actually being in the same room. But even on social media, that's kind of the fun thing about doing virtual parties too, is because you can reach out to all your friends all over. So I've seen it even in the last couple of weeks that I had parties. Like there was a couple girls that are like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in forever and this is so much fun." And so it was like even though it's virtual, it can still be a fun experience for people. So don't think that you're not, giving them an experience just because it's on the computer. They can still have fun with it. All right. So let's look at our January host offer. Is everybody kind of taking a peek at this? Oh, and I forgot I grabbed the one without the heart stone on it. So obviously, if they have a party and hold it between the first and close it by the 15th of the month, they're going to get the free medium-sized heart-shaped stone. We still have no idea if that's something that's going to come available in the catalog at any point, or maybe this is going to be a new thing that they're going to start doing is offering these like exclusive things. They've done stuff like that in the past where they've given us like certain colors of things or like they've done like heart-shaped little dishes for like Valentine's Day or like pumpkin-shaped little bowls for the fall. So there can be different things like that, but This one is pretty, I mean, it's adorable. So it is a super fun time of year to earn it, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. So make sure, if you're doing virtual parties and you're running Fridays to Fridays, um, get them on your schedule for the 3rd so then you can get it closed up and it'll be closed up by the 15th. Okay. So keep that in the back of your mind. They do have the choice of 8 different options for their 60% off item. So it's small appliances, it's some of like the starter sets. So that Brilliance one's going to be really hot. Of course, the multi-cooker, the blender, those are always good. That electric twist and chop, again, you cannot beat an electric twist and chop for $39.60. So remember that. That's something that you can use in your booking words even. The double free product goes into play when they hit $650 in sales. Um, Nationwide show average is about $700. So 650 is a very reasonable thing to get to. And if they know they want that double free product, you're going to try to coach them during their party to make sure they keep inviting, reach out to their people so they hit that 650 and they get to reap those rewards of the double free product. Okay. January can be one of our most lucrative months of the year. Um, so I mean it can be very big for you. So if they hit that 650, you can see the chart on how those rewards just go up and up and up. So that's awesome. Um we also have they've got 2 tiered special again for guests this month in January. So spend $90, they get to pick between the peeler and the serrated knife, especially that serrated knife is such a great thing to have if you're going to have that Brilliance bakeware. There is a nylon knife too, if any of you guys didn't notice it in the outlet right now. It's one that we don't have in the catalog anymore. It doesn't have a serrated edge, it just has a flat edge. So that one's really good too. I love that one. So spend $90, they can get those 2 things, spend $120. They can choose the vegetable peeler, the serrated knife, and they add in the basting brush. So then that's kind of how they're determining that, okay? So that's for January. So make sure that you have, that to be able to talk about. Most people want to know what the special is. So then, okay, so think you don't have a lead list, think again. So you've got past hosts and party guests. Or like for you, Hannah, that you're newer, you just flat out have you've got everybody to pick from, okay?
Mhm.
Personal contacts who haven't booked yet, people on your chicken list, like people that maybe haven't, oh, I don't know, maybe I will sometime, and they just kind of never, they just kind of keep going, blah, 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 blah. Maybe this January offer will be the thing that will kind of reel them in and be like, oh my gosh, I can get double free product. We typically only do double free product twice a year, and that's never guaranteed, but typically it's January and June. Never guaranteed that that's going to be the case, but it's been that way for a long time. And then, of course, your social media contacts. And tonight, when you're doing the social media portion, you definitely want to make sure that we're using the like you can see if they have their green dot on. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with that? Like in Messenger, they'll have a little green dot next to the name. Most of the time, they're live if that green dot is next to it. Sometimes it depends if their phone just stays open. Sometimes it'll still show that they're green, but we do kind of use that as kind of like a key. If any of you were involved in our Black Friday bash, don't forget to check the tracker that we used for that. If anybody needs me to send them the link to it again to look at it, let me know because there was a lot of people that registered in the tracker and some of them marked that they were interested in hosting, but some of them had very specific products that they were interested in. So definitely if somebody's looking at the multi-cooker, the electric twist and chop, the blender, the or the Brilliance sheet pans, like make sure you look at what the specials are. And you could really call anybody or message anybody that was on that list too, because even though there's only 8 things to pick as their 60% off, if they can get double free product, they'll have definitely more free product to pick from too. Okay. So your next booking is closer than you think. Okay. All right. So, what responses you might hear? So, be in the mindset that every single response you get is positive. So, even if it's a no. So, track each reach out in every response. Um, if they're saying that they're too busy, you be the solution for them, if you being busy. This is a way, if you're too busy, well, isn't this be a great way to have some fun with your friends and take the stress off of you? Be the solution to the problem with them having too busy of a life. Stuck on how to respond, drop it in the chat, and ask the group for ideas. I don't even really mind since we have a small group tonight. I'm okay with you guys coming off of mute and just simply asking out loud. Okay. It's sometimes it's good for us to kind of hear how we're going to handle that. Okay. So if I don't know if anybody had a chance to, but you can print, maybe some of you printed off your Go for the No tracker. If not, I would definitely make sure you're keeping some kind of tracking system tonight. Um, but this thing is really nice. It really gives you data that you can go back and look on. I would suggest, even if you have it printed for tonight, print it off when we're done, and you can kind of mark off what happened tonight, and then you can use it for the rest of the week. Okay. All right. So that was for your Go for the No cracker tracker. So after you hear 10 no's, you can reward yourself or your family. It could be with like hot chocolate or a movie night or something like that. But we always say go for the no because every 10 no's you get you should be getting a yes soon. So it's like we try to make it a challenge to yourself to go for the no instead of like getting disappointed by the no's. Okay. Because we want to hear no's because we know we're closer to the next yes then. Okay. All right. So this is the first one that we're going to do. So we're sitting at about 20 after right now. So for the next 10 minutes, we are going to reach out on social media. I will go ahead and put this. Oops, that didn't work. Hopefully I can get back here. Um, I was going to go ahead and I will put this in the chat so you guys can cut and paste it. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to have to change some things in here a little bit to sound like you, but this will give you like the basic idea. So this one says, "Hi, Susie. I love seeing all the dishes and baking you've been making on social media for the holidays." So think of all of those people out there that you've been seeing posting that they've been baking and what their table looked like at Thanksgiving. Think about those people. I was thinking about you because we have some new products I think you'd love, and then you could name a couple of them. I'd love to treat you to savings with a shopping spree with your friends and some recipes and ideas for the new year. Can you believe it's almost that time again? What do you think? January's specials are over the top. Okay, so I will put that in the chat um, for you if I can get to it here. Hold on. It's not letting me. I'm going to have to come off of stop share. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the chat. Okay, so then you guys, so I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes, guys. So go ahead and start messaging people. You can even do this with people that you've already started conversations with in the last few weeks, and then maybe kind of continue on with this, okay? So I'm setting my timer, and then I will put, okay, it's going. I'm going to actually get the next couple pasted into the chat too, so we have them ready to go for the next one, okay?
So that's what I was going to ask, Kelly, is like, do you want us for this 10 minutes to focus on this script
Yes.
or if there's, okay,
Yep.
specifically
Yep.
on the script?
And
Okay.
of course, like if you don't like the way I did it, kind of come up with something, but that's just kind of giving you an idea of kind of what you can do. Okay. All right. So this one,
I'm having to try to figure out how to get it off my phone chat. Um,
Do you want me to put it in your messenger for you, Betsy?
could you? I'd
Yep,
appreciate that. I'm still trying to figure out how to send it over there.
sure. Yep, I can do that.
Thank you.
Yep. Does anybody else want me to do that? Hold on, I can't see you right now. Anybody
I'm
else
good.
want?
I was able
Okay.
to copy it.
Okay. And like, don't like just send messages. You can respond to them. You know what I mean? Just try to see how many messages you can get sent.
Kelly, do you usually put in like it could be a in-person or virtual party, or do you wait until the conversation has started?
I would wait till the conversation started. I mean, unless you're obviously a person that's not going to do cooking shows, then obviously you're gonna put it a certain way. If you're open to doing cooking shows, you could if you want to. But sometimes there's some of the girls that are virtual and then they get asked to do a cooking show, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." But no, I mean, it's up to you, Kim. I don't know if you're, I mean, I think you're willing to do that, aren't you? Becky, I'm getting to you. I'm sorry. I just saw your message. There's even a couple of things in here that will say, like, I have this date and this date available. You don't even have to do that part until they respond back to you if you don't want to. Um, it kind of just depends on how I'm reaching out to them, how I decide to do it. Sometimes there's just those people that you kind of have a feel for that like, don't be put, not that you're being pushy, but like, don't push it, you know, more than others, maybe. Betsy, stop yawning.
I'm sorry, I'm
I'm
exhausted. I'm
just,
like you, I
I'm
got
just
all this
teasing you.
assignment stuff,
I
and
was
I
just
got
teasing
three
you.
days to get all my parties up to date because we fly out Thursday for Wisconsin.
Oh, got about 2 minutes left on this one. Okay, timer just went off, guys. So we can finish up sending that last message. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do more customer care. So, Hannah, this one might not be as easy for you because you don't have that many past hosts, or past customers yet. However, you could just keep reaching out to new potential people, okay? But it's not going to hurt you to go ahead and check out with the people that you did your party with last month. For everybody else, kind of just go back and look and see what you've had the last couple of months, or maybe if you haven't caught up with somebody. This one's going to go a little bit more like, I'm reaching out to you to see how you're enjoying. You can insert a product, say you could even like go in and put in a report quick and see who everybody that's bought the electric twist and chop from you so far, or something, or a brilliance pan or something like that so far. I'd love for you to hear I'd love to hear what you have made with it so far. Plus, I have a couple of new recipes I can share. By the way, we have an incredible offer for January hosts, an exclusive heart-shaped stone for parties submitted by the 15th, plus double free product rewards all month. And like I said on this one, you do not have to put dates. You could just say, my available dates will fill up fast. So can we pencil in a date to reserve it for you? So you could just leave it at that. And then when they respond, then you can give them the dates you have available. Obviously, book in closer. So offer them the 3rd of January, especially if they seem to have piqued interest with the heart-shaped stone. Okay. Because we have no idea if they're going to be able to get it again after this. Okay. All right. I'm going to set it again for another 10 minutes. Did that make sense or did anybody have questions? I put that one in the chat already. And for Becky and Betsy, I'll put it in your guys' message for you too. Um, I'm going to go in and put the 3rd one in there for you guys as well. Betsy and Becky, just so you have them. So make sure you're looking at the right one. But then that way I don't have to flick back again and do this again. Okay. And then I'll get that back up for you guys to see. For this one too, guys, you can even go back as far as like 6 months because they might be, they might be ready to have another party even. So, or if they have, or if they were just a guest. But sometimes even going back to reach out to people that had parties with you, 6 months ago or even a year ago in January, for some of you that have been around that long. especially when you know people that love the double free product. Doing okay so far, guys? Got about 2.5 minutes left on this one.
Oh, can I ask a question about a response?
Yeah.
So when I get the response that I'm running out of places to put stuff, my house is so little, do you just respond with the shared rewards option then?
You could say, of course, it's always a good time to purge things you're not using.
Okay.
You guys can stop, hey, always a good time to purge and get some new stuff that that's going to last forever. But yes, and you can say otherwise too, we have shared rewards that you could just share, get the things that you want with the discount and your friends can get the same discount. You can always offer fundraisers too. You know what I mean? If they've got a special charity. Or, you can even say, is there anything that you have on your wish list even? But I know my friend Amber, for instance, she usually has a party with me every couple of years, but she's definitely more of that minimalist mindset. So like if she brings things into her house, she has to get rid of something. So sometimes even just kind of suggesting that because some people don't think that way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I could get rid of the stuff that I'm not really using. So okay. So you guys, we're gonna move on to the next one. So this one is like for the people that have been interested in hosting, but they've either kind of blown you off or they just actually haven't even set a date with you yet. So the bottom half of it is pretty much going to be the exact same response you did in the last one. But, I know you've been thinking about having a party. Wouldn't it be fun to celebrate the new year with free Pampered Chef products? I would share tips and recipes, and I can get your a new year off to a great start. The holiday season can be so busy that it's nice to have some time and to have some fun with friends. And then kind of the rest of it is um kind of the same, you're gonna a lot of a lot of the stuff you're gonna reiterate and somewhat of a copy and paste. And you guys can see that we've already done three kind of contents in the last 20 minutes. So, if you can kind of do these things a little bit, a couple times a week or even every day, trying to at least make like 5 contacts a day, it doesn't really have to take that long. So does anybody have any questions on this one? And Betsy and Becky, I already sent them to you in your message. So I'm going to hit the timer. We'll start this and then we'll just chat for another couple minutes when we're done, okay? Because this is what a power hour looks like. Oh no, this is the time of night I'm going to start coughing. I hope you saw that, Becky, that I did send it to you already. Okay, guys, we're about down to about 2 minutes again. I know it goes by fast. I'm almost done. You can let them in here. Oh, okay, guys, you can stop on that one, but you should have, I'll obviously it's recorded so you can look at these again. Um, and hopefully have maybe the little message sent. Um, how did everybody do? Did we hit anybody that responded back with a yes so far? Anybody?
We had two
So
screens
I
going and go ahead.
go ahead.
I had two screens going, so I couldn't find my mute button. The responses I got so far were no's, but at least I got responses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I said, go for the no. Check them off. It is very typical that about every 10 no's you get a yes. I know that sounds frustrating, but it's true. At least you know kind of what to look for. Anybody else? Betsy? No? Okay.
So
Anna?
so I've had one person actually get back with a no,
Okay.
and then a few people on Messenger who have seen the message but haven't said anything yet.
Okay.
So,
And so what I would do is maybe make sure to write them down. And if you haven't heard back from them by tomorrow, then you can simply just message them with a, hey, did you get my message? Because sometimes, seriously, it's as simple as somebody read it and then they got distracted and they forgot to respond back to you. So, I mean, I always kind of give people the benefit of the doubt that way, or that's kind of my little catch to kind of like be like, hey, did you message me? You know, Beebs, I didn't invite you in here to get into the meeting. Thank you. So yeah, so like make sure you're following up with those people, you know, and just try to come up with your best way to kind of keep like tracking of this, you know, of this information. Um, so yeah, so just keep going. And then, like I said, the next couple of days, I'm gonna give more little tips over the next few days of things to try too. But I kind of want you just to try to keep going so we can get you guys, you know, I want you to decide right now too how many parties you want for January, because
mhm.
then that can really motivate you to get them on your calendar too. And then one thing I wanted to share with you. Oh, here, let me go back and share quick here. Do, 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 do. Um, can you guys see this?
Mhm.
So if you go into marketing imagery or marketing kitchen and type in letters in the search bar or even just letter, these three letters will pop up that you can go in and type into them and print them off for your post. We call these the January letters. And there's a letters that are a three series of letters. One you'll send like immediately when you book the party. The next one you'll send a little bit closer to Christmas. And then the next one, I usually send it like the day after Christmas. So they get it depending on when the parties are going to start. But like I already have a couple starting on January 3rd, so I'm going to have to make sure I send those letters. But it just kind of keeps reminding them because the holidays get so busy, just keeps reminding them, like, oh, that's right, I'm having a party in January. But you're also not like being rude about it. You're kind of giving them some info and then you're giving them a nice recipe to go with it. So these letters are very, very helpful. So if you've never used them before, if you've never seen them before, I just wanted to make sure to point them out to you as well because I love them. I've been using some sort of form of these for years. They usually update them every couple of years. And, you know, years ago, before we had all this awesome stuff on the internet, you know, your director would send you, you know, a Microsoft document with it in it. So it's like nice that these can autofill and stuff like that. And you can type right into them. They're pretty cool. So yeah, literally if you just type in letter in marketing kitchen or marketing imagery, they'll come up. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Otherwise, I'll get you guys off of here for tonight. And then just like I said, watch for the things I'm going to be posting this week. Anybody? And please feel free to message me like if you get responses and I can kind of help you with how to answer too in the next couple of days, okay? All right. Anybody? No, you're good? Okay. I will let you guys go then. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? Thanks. Bye.